What's up, you homies? It's your homegirl Natalie. Actually, future Natalie. Past Natalie was taking way too long to film this posing video, so I thought I'd just give her that little push. So we ended up getting bangs finally. Actually, no, they're still clip-ons because we cannot commit. Maybe we're afraid of commitment. Anyways, I would like to also say that this video is being sponsored by Skillshare. And if you don't know what Skillshare is, they are an online learning community for creators with thousands of classes in design, business, and more. Make 2020 a year where you explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity with Skillshare's online classes. And once again, Skillshare is giving away a free 2-month trial to the homies that click the link in the description box. After that, it's gonna be about $10 a month. The class that we actually ended up taking was the Instagram-worthy photography, shoot, edit, and share with Brandon Wolfel. So I feel like you guys probably have heard of Brandon Wolfel, especially if you are into Instagram. All those like nighttime, beautiful lit up pictures that you see on Instagram. So yeah, we went ahead and took his class in it, and I think it just really helped because she's not that good with like actual camera settings like I am now. I am. Anyways, I think she's okay, so I'm gonna let you go. She's gonna go ahead and take the rest of this video, okay? All right, bye. Yeah, but I mean, who would have thought? Like, what the hell? Hold on, girl. I gotta call you back. What? Hey, past me. It's future Natalie. You were taking too long to finally film this posing video. Hey, so here's a push. Also, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Whoop. Okay, bye. P.S. Totally buy those boots you've been eyeing for the past 3 months because we totally regret not buying them. I knew it. All right, so, let's get started. First, let me just start off by saying that I achieved the look and everything that I do with my photos, all really by like one, contorting the shit out of my body and using technology, the lenses that I have, and of course posing. But let's get into the equipment that I use. For my full body shots, I am using my Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter f2.8 wide angle lens. And the reason I'm shooting this video vertically is because that is just the way I take all my photos. I like to use the portrait photos for my Instagram. But most importantly, because this wide angle lens stretches the crap out of my 5'2", sometimes 5'3" on a good day body. Yes, that's right, your girl is only 5'2". But to say that this lens is carrying my whole Instagram career on its back wouldn't be that much of a stretch. Oh, stretch, huh, get it? No, okay, moving on. And for my 3/4 or headshots, I like to use my Nikon 35mm f1.8 lens. And this is a good little prime lens, and the reason why I like using this is because it gives me a really good depth of field, that blurriness, that bokeh that you get in a photo. I'm also shooting with a Nikon D5200. I've had this camera for a long time. If I'm not asking my friends to take my photos, then I'm taking it by myself in my little studio, aka in front of my kitchen, and I'm using my Dolica tripod. That'll be listed in the description box. And I'm also using this Nikon remote. That's how I just take my photos by myself. Okay, so now we get to the backbones of posing. Number 1, fix your posture. Shoulders, back. Okay, taking a photo, I'll end up going this way, all right? Then you got a whole bunch of papada central up in here, and that's something that I'm not trying to have. Also, shoulders back and chin out. Now, depending on where the camera angle is, if it's lower, chin up. So you can show this. If you want to follow the camera lens and do this, if you're someone like me, you're gonna get papada central. You want to tilt your head up, not all the way up, obviously, but you know, just enough. The camera angle is a little bit higher, then I would say chin down, so you get more like a type of situation. It's just gonna help, you know, showing this instead of that. I tend to always do this, especially in videos. I'm always like, oh yeah, you know, because you're relaxed. But in photographs, I try to do this instead. So your stomach gotta be tight and right, just because I feel like it gives you just a little bit more control of your body. For standing poses, number 1, the most important one, is called la pata pa fuera. This pata pa fuera pose will always 100% elongate your body, elongate your legs. And for a girl who's only 5'2", 5'3" on a good day, this is absolutely key. If you are under 5'5", you cannot be seen doing this. You gotta be like, whichever pata you choose to put out, always have that shit pointed, okay? You are now a ballerina. So that shit is always ding, pointed. This just engages your whole body and again makes you hold the position better. Like even when I'm taking headshots, that toe is still pointed. When you're putting la pata pa fuera, you're always gonna pop out the hip, okay? So you have left leg, right hip, right leg, left hip. I know my left and my right. Because if you end up putting out your right leg and you're also putting all your weight on that same side, like your legs are gonna go like, it's just gonna stop. But when you're putting it on the opposite, it's gonna go like whoo, all right? A lot of this is gonna sound like a goddamn dance routine, but I'm telling you, once you get this shit done, you're gonna be like bam, bam. For body position, you could either choose straight on, but what I normally like to do, my personal favorite, twisting like my legs 45 degrees and then twisting my upper body the other way. What this does is it creates like some more curves, shows it off a little bit more. If you're wearing something that's showing off your midriff or your stomach, it also creates a really nice shadow for your muscles. Again, look inside and right. But of course, if you want to, you could always do straight on. There's nothing wrong with that. Even when I'm wearing heels, my ass still goes on my tippy toes just to give me that extra little length. Every centimeter counts. My little secret is you're gonna do what Fat Joe told you to do, and that is lean back. Lean back. This makes a huge difference. This is just going to lengthen out your body even more, man. It definitely looks a little bit silly from the side, but you're taking a picture in the front, you know what I'm saying? So like, who cares how you look like from the side? It just streamlines your body to look like, whoo, like super long. The combination of all of these is the reason why I look so tall in my photos. And you're like, wait, what? You're only like 5'2", and I'm like, yeah, bro. And also with my standing poses, what I normally tend to do, I like to make like a zigzag. If I'm like twisted, leg out, hip this way, this goes kind of here. I'll put my weight on this other side, body a little bit more dimension, more dynamic. For your arms, do not squish them to your body. You want to give them some space to breathe, because when you do that, they'll appear larger, and that's not what we're trying to do. So you want to just go shoop. It's gonna look a lot better. The main purpose of your arms is to create shapes with them. So putting your hands on your pocket and on your waist is probably some of the easiest go-to poses to create them shapes. When people put their hands on their waist, they normally tend to do a cheerleader pose, like ready, okay, go team, boop, boop, obviously I was not a cheerleader. Nothing wrong with that, but personally I like to do the thumbs in, thumbs out position. It just really creates an illusion of a smaller waist. So shoot, sign me up. A really easy way to show off them curves that you have, or maybe that you don't have, but you're showing them off anyways. You could do like maybe one and one hand like this, or switch it that way. You do both of them, and so your waist looks even like, ooh, because it goes like ding ding. I'm not like this, like I'm not Wonder Woman. Well, I guess maybe I am a little bit. We all are. I'm Wonder Woman. I normally have like one shoulder out, one in the back, one out, one in the back, like ooh, ooh, yeah. Also shows off your collarbone, depending on like what type of shirt you're wearing. It looks nice. Onto your hands, this is very important for your face shots because it can make the photo look a little bit more dynamic. Normally you want them to be delicate and soft. You know, touch your face and friends will be like, okay, no man, you are not so here. From one of the girls saying, mama. Okay, anyways, a really good thing is shake them out. Shake it off, baby. You gonna shake it off, baby, for me. Oh, take it off, but anyways. And then you just gotta see how exactly your hands can be placed. Which way do you like them best? You don't want to have them like this. You wanna have them separated. Let them go, relax a little bit. Now for your face, personally, I do not smile, even though I am currently right now. But for photos, I just, here's a story that no one wants to hear, but so I always had a really big overbite and I never was very comfortable with smiling, so I just feel like my face was never used to it. When I got braces when I was 21 years old, I thought that would kind of like help out the situation. I took out 2 teeth on the top and I feel like my smile always and forever will just look very cute. And maybe your girl wants to look hot one day and she can't because her smile just looks like, aw. That's definitely not my go-to facial expression. Normally just like one. Yeah, it's still something I'm still working on. Oh, another thing with your face is that you always want to have your lips parted just a little bit. Doing this just really helps in relaxing your face. You might have your jaw a little bit clenched or your eyebrows might be a little bit furrowed. You just want to, instead of like, kind of feels weird doing. Also just because I always had an overbite, so I could never fully close my mouth. What I like to do is kind of do these lip twitches to kind of show a little bit of a smile. It's just take which side you like best. Also, you want to go ahead and choose your best side. Now, there are some people that like to go straight on. Me personally, I like my right side, so that's a side that you'll always see me. I normally do not take photos on this side. If you're someone that likes to take pictures straight on, the more power to you, man. I normally do a head tilt of sorts. I don't just go like, I normally just do this. I don't know, I just feel like it makes my face look a little bit more delicate. I don't know. Am I making shit up? Maybe. For your face, always follow the light. If you go against it, you're gonna be creating shadows on your face. If the light is above you, you wanna go ahead and always tilt up your head as well. It's a good way to show off your cheekbones and or the highlight that you put on. A way that I know that I found my light is that my cheekbone is like perfectly highlighted right here. It's like, I got nice cheekbones, so where that light at? For your eyes, the windows to your soul. Oh, did I mess up my makeup? No. I like to have them like relaxed and open. Unless I'm doing like a stronger look, then I'll arch my eyebrow. For your eyes, you could do so many different things. There's a very big difference between just being like this and then being aware of your face and kind of just opening this up. You kind of just give yourself a little baby facelift, like bitching, and then you just move around like a CCTV camera. Okay, now for your hair, this is a secret tip. Or what you can do is like tease and fluff up your hair. The second thing is that I like to go ahead and separate my hair. And then I put my hair behind my ear because I normally do that like one ear situation. The hair that's behind my ear, especially if it's curly, I like to place it on my shoulder like so. So it creates the illusion that it's full when in reality, tengo mis cuatro pelos y nada más. It's also nice to kind of just, because then I just chiseled off a little bit of my cheek right there, so hey. Camera angles. Angles are everything, okay, honey? So it's not that you look bad, it's because you got the wrong angle. I'm sorry, you got the, if you know where that song is from, like, always keep the faith, yo. You just gotta go ahead and try again. Try again, try again. And at first you don't succeed. No MySpace angles. For a full body shot, position it low with the camera lens tilted up. But not too low that you look like you're in a 90s Bad Boy Records music video. If you have a friend taking it, then you can tell them to take it like hip height or tell them to get down on one knee and snap it that way. When I'm taking my friends' photos, I like to use my body as a tripod, do kind of like a bend and snap, and I take a photo that way. For a 3/4 or headshot, I like to take it straight on, or I'll go like a little bit above the person's eye line. Okay, so now let's put everything that we learned in this video into a shot. Twist your body. Okay, pata pa fuera. Hip to one side. On your tippy toes. Lean back, stomach tight and right. Don't breathe. We're gonna do, there you go. I like this position. I think I want my hair this way. Neck up, tilt your head a little bit. Lips parted. Extra things to remember. Those small movements make huge changes, so you don't gotta be Bruce Lee and Jackie Channing this shit up in here to get a good pose. Make subtle little changes. If you see that you're taking a photo and you're like, oh, I like my hand placement, I like how my body looks like, but my face looks kind of weird, then go ahead and tilt your head until you get that shot. And the same thing goes with your body. You just gotta make like subtle little movements. You don't have to completely just change up the pose. Another thing with lenses is that generally speaking, anything that is closer to the lens is gonna appear larger. With a wide angle lens, anything that is closer to the edge of the frame is going to not only appear larger, but also longer. With my full body shots, to have my feet super duper close to the edge of the frame, it's going to stretch me out that much more. And this goes with my phone. I always wanna make sure my feet are right at the edge because that 1 inch little stretch, that's a game changer, man. Flex your muscles. If you want to show off your arms and legs that you've been working on for such a long time, or even for a little bit. Now, how you do this is always when you are posing, you want to just go ahead and flex them, and also to highlight them even more, position them in a way where the light creates a shadow on your muscle, so it's going to emphasize that muscle even more. I really like pointing my toe for this reason because it engages my muscles, so then it's like, bam, girl, damn, look at your leg. Ooh, they look so good, like that. Be mindful of the clothes that you're wearing. If it's flowy, try to create some movement and tell your friend to keep snapping away until you get that one shot. Especially like with movement shots, you're gonna need like a whole bunch of pictures until you get like one. If you're wearing something tight, it's normally to show off your curves. So just move around until you get that body line that you were looking to show off. Like for this picture, I twisted my body so freaking much to get that. I don't even think I even breathed because I was like, yo, one wrong move and it's all over, man. The jig is up. If you're wearing something oversized, it's mostly to create some shape, so have fun with it. Over exaggerate it. Like if you're wearing a huge poofy skirt, get your hands on your waist, girl. Thumbs in and thumbs out, and now you got yourself a little itty bitty waist. For your footwear, I personally really like to wear pointed toe shoes. Compared to like a rounder toe and it's to the edge of the frame, it's going to stretch it out even more. If you're just starting off with taking photos, practice in your house. Practice within your four walls. You know that song? Once you're comfortable with taking photos within your house, you can go ahead and take it to the streets, man, and ask a friend to help you out. It's obviously hard for them to actually understand what the hell is going on in your head because no one is a mind reader. So always the easiest thing, just snap the photo yourself first of them and then show them like, hey dude, this is how I want it, the composition of this photo. Let me tell you, okay, I have trained all my friends. I have trained my mom. So now everyone always knows, figured out what you like and how you like to take your own photos. Go ahead and train your friend. Now I know this is a whole lot of information. You might be like, damn girl, it ain't that serious. Let me tell you something, homie. I was someone who always hated the camera. All right, if I saw that there was a camera, my ass would be running the other way. I just didn't like taking photos. I thought I always looked really bad and I just didn't really feel comfortable. It wasn't until I got to uni that I actually got like comfortable with having a camera in my face and like taking a photo. So for those of you who are watching and you're like, oh, can I really do this? Yes, you can, homie. Remember, posing is all about practice. Once you have your go-to poses in your head, the next time you go ahead and take a photo outside or in your house, you'll be ready. Even though I do all of this stuff to take a photo, candids like these are just as nice. So not everything needs to be perfectly timed and positioned. And most importantly, taking photos, it's meant to be fun. So just have fun with it. Eventually you'll get more comfortable. You'll be able to try out different poses. But I just hope that this video was able to give you that initial push that you needed to just be more comfortable within your own skin and within your own body to achieve the photos and the looks that you want. Yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Or if you're trying out some poses, like, hey, post that shit up on Instagram, tag your homegirl, because I'd love to see it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, for sticking to the end, and once again, a super huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hope this video finds you safe. Happy snapping. Snapping, snapping. How many K-pop puns did I just put in there?